my dear kids. Same question I have to ask. How are you? Now, yesterday, I was just, after my school, I just reached home. I was just sitting. I was just, on the way itself, I was, suddenly a thought, I don't know what happened, it came to me. You are so lucky that you all are, all the children, those who are at home, you are able to see us. That is, in one way or the other, all your teachers, you are able to identify, you are able to come, you are able to meet. This is my geography teacher, this is my history teacher, this is my biology teacher, this is my, you are able to see every one of us. Now what happens is, what is the plight of us is, we are not in a position to see you. Maybe we have taken last year for you. Now the condition is, we are imagining ourselves that we are having, we are convincing ourselves that you all are sitting in front of us. This is the truth. This is the truth, my dear children. That is, we are really, when I am taking this, when I am speaking, I feel that you all are sitting in front of me and I am talking to you. It is like that. But I really, I was thinking like this, and I was sitting. All of a sudden, I got a call from one of the students, one of the child, I think 10th standard, one child called me, and she called me, casually she's called. Nowadays, many children are calling. One among them, yesterday after this thought, my thoughts were going like this, and when I was in this thought, just sitting and thinking, it is really whole, because I am not able to get all the faces, that is the truth. So immediately one child, she called and she asked me, teacher, how are you? So I said, I'm fine, my dear, how are you? So she said, I'm also fine, teacher. So she was telling, really, I'm unable to say that. She was telling, teacher, ningle ellarum kaanan thonunu, teacher. Schoolike varan thonunu, teacher. Imagine, my dear children, really, I was ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ടൊരു വിഷമം തോന്നലോ, ഒരു വല്ലാത്തൊരു ഹെവിനെസ് ആയിരുന്നു. ആ ഒരു പറയുന്ന ഒരു സ്റ്റൈൽ കേട്ടിട്ട് കുട്ടി പറഞ്ഞത്, ടീച്ചർ ഞാൻ കാണാൻ തോന്നിയിട്ട് വയ്യ ടീച്ചർ, സ്കൂളിലേക്ക് വരാൻ തോന്നുന്നു ടീച്ചർ. Same is the plight, my dear children. Ivideയും same condition we are also having, because we are anxious, we want to meet you. Very, very eagerly we are waiting for you. So my dear children, as the saying goes, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. We will pray for not only for us, we will pray for everybody. Let us pray to the Almighty that things will get well soon. So my dear children, with this, let me begin this week's class, the signature of time. So let us get back to the class. In this particular lesson, the first thing itself, we will see a map. 3 maps, let us see and see the changes, how it is going. Yes. Now you can see the board, my dear children. In your textbook, figure 2.1, you can see a map. This map, in that map, you can see red dots. This red dots indicate earthquake zones. Can you see red dots in that map? This red dots indicate earthquake zones. In the next map, you can see the red dots. Again, in the second map also, you can see red dots. These red dots indicate volcanoes. Now, in the third map, this map, you can see your sight should go to the yellow dots. This yellow dots indicate major mountain ranges. Now you are going to see, the map that you are going to see is the summing up of all the 3 maps together. Now all the 3 maps have been done in one map. So the map we prepared on the basis of these 3 maps, one map is being prepared. You can see that map over there, and based on that map, these conclusions were drawn. The first conclusion is that earthquakes are comparatively frequent in certain parts of the earth. So based on the 3 maps what we have seen, now one map is being done based on the 3 maps comparison. 1 map is made, and based on that conclusion is being done. Based on that conclusion, it is said like this: earthquakes are comparatively frequent in certain parts of the earth. The second conclusion is volcanoes are more common in certain specific places. Third one, there are some peculiarities in the distribution of mountains. Mountains, where the mountains is located, some peculiarities will be there. Fourth one, earthquakes and distribution of mountains on the earth's surface more or less coincide. Means, evideka mountains in the earthquake ekadesham avadekku nadakkum ennallathu oru ekadesham, there is a coincidence. And one more point is there, that means even in oceans chances are there for earthquakes. These are the conclusions of those 3 maps. Now you have already studied the lower classes, the layers of the earth. There are 3 layers of the earth: the crust, the mantle and the core. Again, core, inner core and the outer core. That is, the outermost surface of the earth is crust, which is solid. Then you have mantle, and then we have core, that is inner core and outer core. Now, you may be wondering why I am saying about this crust, mantle and core. That is, why am I speaking much about crust and mantle, these things, layers of the earth. Much is there to do with this topic. That is, these things have got much to do here. There are some changes, many changes are there which takes place inside the earth's surface, and those changes, those things which are taking place inside the earth's surface can lead to various landforms outside the earth's surface. മനസ്സിലാവേണ്ട കാര്യങ്ങൾ, that is, ഭൂമിയുടെ അടിയിൽ നടക്കുന്ന ചേഞ്ചസ്, ഭൂമിയുടെ ഉള്ളിലുള്ള മാറ്റങ്ങൾ, ഒരുപാട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഭൂമിയുടെ അടിയിൽ നടക്കുന്നു. അതിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായിട്ട് പുറമേ, അതിൻ്റെ റിസൾട്ട് പുറമേ നമ്മൾക്ക് കാണപ്പെടാം. അതിൻ്റെ കാര്യമാണ് ഇവിടെ പറയുന്നത്. So what am I trying to say here is, that is, the factors responsible for various landforms I'm trying to say. That is what is I'm talking about lithosphere. What is this lithosphere? Lithosphere means the crust and the mantle together is called as lithosphere. That means crust, which is the outermost layer of the earth, and mantle, the upper part of mantle, together constitute lithosphere. So what is lithosphere? The outermost layer of the earth, crust, that is, the outermost layer of the earth along with upper part of mantle constitutes lithosphere. Now, lithosphere exists in fragments. Lithosphere ennu parayunnu, endha ee lithosphere ennu parayunnathu, crust inde outermost part of the crust and upper part of mantle represents lithosphere. This lithosphere exists in different fragments. Fragments ennu parayal endana, തരിതരികളായിട്ട് കാണപ്പെടുന്നു. And this lithosphere exists as fragments, and this fragments exist almost, that is, it is almost several thousand kilometers wide and 100 kilometers thick. That is, the plates, the lithosphere exists as fragments, just like broken eggshell. മുട്ടത്തോട് പൊട്ടിച്ചിതറി കിടക്കുന്ന പോലെയാണ് ഈ ലിത്തോസ്ഫിയറിന്റെ ഫ്രാഗ്മെന്റ്സ് കാണപ്പെടുന്നത്. And this exists as, this is what is the thing, this lithosphere, the fragments, it exists as several thousand kilometers wide and 100 kilometers thick, and this is called as lithospheric plates. This is called as lithospheric plates. So what do you mean by lithospheric plates? The lithosphere, that is, exists as several fragments, that is, it is existing as several fragments, and just like a broken eggshell which is almost several thousand kilometers wide and 100 kilometers thick is called as lithospheric plates. These lithospheric plates can be, it is divided into two. Either it can be major plates or minor plates. It can be ocean plates. In the ocean also oceanic plates are, allengil continental plates are, allengil oceanic continental kuda cherna plates are. Again you can see a map based activity. These are the boundaries of lithospheric plates. So let us identify and list the different lithospheric plates from the following map. Now you know the different lithospheric plates. These can be classified into major plates and minor plates. Now children, which are the major lithospheric plates from the map you can identify? That is African plate, Antarctic plate, Eurasian plate, Australian plate, North American plate, South American plate and the Pacific plate. So the major plates are the African plate, Antarctic plate, Eurasian plate, Australian plate, North American plate, South American plate and the Pacific plate. And the minor plates are, there are minor plates also. They are the Cocos, Nazca, Caribbean, Scotia, Arabian, etc. So the major plates, those are the 7 plates, and the minor plates are Cocos, Nazca, Caribbean, Scotia, Arabian. Now of all these plates, the Pacific plate is the largest. Children, are you getting it? Of all these plates, the Pacific plate is the largest. Now, the topic that we are going to deal, this is where the topic lies. Plates, movement of lithospheric plates. Now you would have already seen major plates, minor plates. Now the topic to be discussed is plates. Now our question is, how do these plates move? Due to high temperature inside the earth, that is lithosphere to the astrosphere, almost due to high temperature inside the earth, the magma near to the mantle remains molten. That is, the magma near to the molten will be moving upwards. Due to high humidity, magma near to the mantle, magma almost so already you have studied in the very beginning. What you have studied, when the surface of air gets heated, it will be expanding, it will be rising up. Automatically, what is that current? That is convection current takes place. So naturally, if air gets expanded, it starts moving. This is the reason for the movement of plates. So due to high temperature inside the earth, what happens? The magma near to the mantle move upwards. And this movement of the magma makes the plates also move. Is that okay? Now the thing is, there are 3 movements of plates. There are 3 movements of plates. The first one is convergent margin. Convergent margin. What is this convergent margin? Convergent margin is when 2 plates collide against each other, it is called as convergent margin. When 2 plates, 2 plate തമ്മിൽ കൂട്ടിമുട്ടുമ്പോൾ അതിനെയാണ് convergent margin എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. കൂട്ടിമുട്ടാം, രണ്ടും ഒരേ ഡയറക്ഷനിൽ വരാം, അതിനെയാണ് convergent margin എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. So what is convergent margin? When 2 plates collide against each other or meet each other, it is called as convergent margin. The second type of movement of plane margin is divergent margin. Divergent margin. ആദ്യത്തെ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ക്ലിയർ ആണ്, ഉറപ്പാണ്. രണ്ട് പ്ലേറ്റ് തമ്മിൽ കൂട്ടിമുട്ടിയാൽ എന്താ സംഭവിക്കും? That is what. Two plates colliding against each other or meeting against each other, meeting each other is called as convergent margin. We will come to it in detail. The second type of plane movement is divergent margin. So divergent margin means two plates moving away from each other. Two plates moving away from each other എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ്? ഒരാൾ അങ്ങോട്ടേക്ക് പോയി, ഒരാൾ ഇങ്ങോട്ടേക്ക് പോയി. So two plates moving away from each other. And the third type of plane margin, movements of plane, is shear margin. Shear margin or transform margin. What is this shear margin or transform margin? That means two plates sliding past each other. ഒരു പ്ലേറ്റിന് മറ്റേ പ്ലേറ്റ് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരസി പോകുന്നതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ സ്ലൈഡിങ് പാസ്റ്റ് ഈച്ച് അതർ. മീൻസ് ഇരിക്കില്ല, വേറെ ഡയറക്ഷനിലല്ല, ഒന്നിനൊന്ന് ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് സ്ലൈഡ് ചെയ്ത് പോവാം. നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ തൊട്ടും തൊടാടി പോണതിനെയാണ് slide past each other എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. So there are movements of plate movements can be broadly classified into three: convergent margin, divergent margin, shear margin or transform margin. What is convergent margin? Two plates meeting each other or colliding against each other is called as convergent margin. Divergent margin, two plates moving away from each other is called as divergent margin. And shear margin or transform margin means two plates sliding against each other is called as shear margin or transform margin. Movement of plates can lead to various landforms, I said. I already explained to you the three movements of plates. The first one was convergent, second one was divergent, third one was shear margin. So I know, my dear children, I will not make it too long. So today we will study only the landform created or landform formed by the movement of this plates meeting to each other. So let us see what happens when plates meet each other. Only we will study this one and we will stop. Next class we will study the remaining two. Okay. Now you know what is convergent margin. What is convergent margin? Yes, you are right. What is convergent margin? When two plates collide against each other or when two plates meet each other, it is known as convergent margin. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് അറിയേണ്ട മക്കളെ, എന്താണ് ഈ കൺവേർജൻ? രണ്ട് പ്ലേറ്റ് തമ്മിൽ കൂട്ടിമുട്ട അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കാണുന്ന സമയത്ത് രണ്ട് പ്ലേറ്റ് തമ്മിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരുമിച്ച് വരുമ്പോൾ എന്താണ് പുതിയതായിട്ട് അവിടെ ഉണ്ടാവുന്നതെന്ന് അറിയണ്ടേ? ഉറപ്പാണ്. ഞാനിങ്ങനെ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ യൂഷ്വലി മൈ ചിൽഡ്രൻ ആർ ഹിയർ ഇൻ ദ ക്ലാസ്. എക്സാമ്പിൾ വാട്ട് ഐ യൂസ് ടു ടെൽ ദം, രണ്ട് കുട്ടികൾ നേർക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ ഓടി വരിക സ്പീഡിൽ. ടു ചിൽഡ്രൻ ആർ റണ്ണിങ് ആൻഡ് കമ്മിങ്. വൺ ഇസ് കമ്മിങ്, ഒരാൾ അങ്ങോട്ടേക്കും ഒരാൾ ഇങ്ങോട്ടേക്കും ഓടി വന്ന് രണ്ടാളും കൂട്ടി താഴെ വീണു. പുതിയതായിട്ട് അവിടെ എന്തുണ്ടാവും? ഉറപ്പാണ് ഒരു ബാൻഡേജ്, ഒരാളുടെ കയ്യിൽ ഒരു കെട്ടുണ്ടാവും, മറ്റേയാളുടെ കയ്യിൽ കാലിനോട് ചോര, പുതിയൊരു സംഭവം അവിടെ നടന്നിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ when two plates meet each other, first new landform എന്താണ് അവിടെ സംഭവിക്കുക? Mountains are formed. Mountains are formed. When two plates meet each other or when two plates collide against each other, mountains are formed. Which mountain? What sort of mountains are formed? Fold mountains are formed. Mountains are formed. And the best example is Himalayas. എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഹിമാലയാസ് ഫോം ആയിട്ടുള്ളത്? ഇന്ത്യൻ പ്ലേറ്റും യൂറേഷ്യൻ പ്ലേറ്റും കൂടെ മീറ്റ് ചെയ്തപ്പോഴാണ് ഹിമാലയാസ് ഫോം ആയിട്ടുള്ളത്. ഒരുപാട് മൗണ്ടൻസ്, എക്സാമ്പിൾസ് Atlas mountains are there, Andes mountains, many mountains are there. This is one landform. Second thing, so first one you understood, when two plates meet against each other, what is formed? Mountains are formed. Four mountains are formed. Best Himalayas. And second one is, when two plates meet against each other, the denser plate will go under the lighter one. Shraddhikya, when two plates meet against each other, when two plates collide against each other, ഏറ്റവും denser weight കൂടിയത് ഏതാണ്, ഭാരം കൂടിയത് ഏതാണ്, അത് ലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ളതിന്റെ അടിയിൽ പോകുന്നു. Denser plate will go under the lighter one. Clear? That is called as subduction zone. Subduction zone. എന്താണ്? What is subduction zone? When two plates collide against each other, the denser plate will go under the lighter one. And this zone, or this is called as, what is it called as? Subduction zone. രണ്ട് പ്ലേറ്റ് തമ്മിൽ കൂട്ടിമുട്ടുമ്പോൾ ഏറ്റവും ഭാരം കൂടിയ പ്ലേറ്റ് ഏതാണ്, അത് താഴേക്ക് പോകും. ആരുടെ? ലൈറ്റർ വണ്ണിന്റെ താഴേക്ക് ഭാരം കൂടിയത് പോകും. ആ സോണിനെയാണ് we call it as subduction zone. Is that okay? So Pacific Ocean Challenger Deep is the best example for this. So next class we will be dealing with the remaining two moments of plates explanation, and we will continue the class. So my children, be happy always, because happiness is the key. Now I have to say this, happiness is the key to success. I cannot say now, nothing I can say, because this is the only thing I can say right now, because happiness is the key to success. Be happy always, be contented with what you are having, and be dedicated in whatever you are doing. Be committed in your work, be dedicated in your work, and love everybody, and be sincere in your work, and be happy always. All the best, my dear children. Love you all. See you next time.